Hey kids, if you may remember, the first video that ever really popped off for me was actually my first video on ice barriers, trying to make it as playable as possible and, show off the deck. And with the new support, I came back to the deck and honestly, it's so sick. It's so fun. It's so good and cool. And oh my God, I love it. And I can't wait to play it more in paper too. Oh my God. This is the list that I've been playing with. This is still very much in motion. The list has changed a lot between when I first started getting replays and what I'm showing you, and it's bound to change after the video goes up. But until then, here's what I've got right now. This is so sick. Georges and Mirror Magic Master really do just do everything that the deck wanted, and Lancia actually allows the deck to use those mini floodgates that the deck just kind of has incidentally stapled onto all the monsters to actually create lockdown situations. It's just so strong, and floating at the Trish is so cool and good. And oh my God. And before anybody asks, yes, all three Coral Dragons come up in longer games. I wish they didn't, but they do. Let's get into the games. Our first match is up against Yubel, and Jesus Christ, look at that hand. Oh my God. We are going first at the choice of our opponent, so we'll go ahead and Special Fender, then Normal Revealer, and activate its effect, pitching Mirror Magic Master, summon Mirror Magic Master. Mirror Magic Master triggers when it's sent from anywhere, so we'll go ahead and grab Georges. Then we'll Mirror Magic Master for 3 tokens, bumping it up to level 5. We'll go into Coral Dragon with one of them, and then Special Georges, which will allow us to Reborn Revealer. Now we can go into Lancia, into Dragite, draw an extra card, and then I remember, oh right, Fenrir has an effect, so we'll grab Fenrir. We'll Medallion into another Revealer for next turn and pass it back. Our opponent is going to Dark Hold, to which we will Dragite, because I want to get these Lancia activations, then they'll Thrust for 1/1. They'll activate 1/1, pitching the Geist Grinder Golem for Samsara Regenerating Lotus, which allows Lancia to Special Summon Georges, switching this to defense. Georges gets Warlock out of our hand, and then they're going to tag into Spirit of Yubel. We'll activate Lancia and Fenrir to banish that face down, Special Summoning Mirror Magic Master, so to keep myself safe from any surprise that they might set. They're going to pass it back, and fearing some flavor of trap card, I'm now going to try to go off, which was honestly a mistake, because this removes the Warlock from my field. We'll make Coral Dragon, searching a card, then discard this Fenrir to force out one of these back row if they exist, then Freezing Chains back into the copy of Warlock, making a Hemir, and then normally Revealer, going to Hex Spirit, summoning Cheng Ying, and then walking straight into Super Volley. Lancia does get the trigger, so we'll Special Georges here, which, once we get to Reborn, our opponent will concede, given that they have jack shit and fuck all. Our next game is up against Vsauce Dinosaurs, and we are going first. We're going to use Small World away this copy of Ron for a copy of Revealer, pitching Speaker 4 to grab Mirror Magic Master. We'll Mirror Magic Master for 3 Ice Barrier tokens when we get up to level 5, and then go into Coral Dragon. Mirror Magic Master is going to search us the Reborn, and then we'll Georges to special itself, and then Reborn Revealer. We'll go into Dragite, drawing a card off the Coral Dragon, make Lancia, Freezing Chains back this Revealer, wins it away for Warlock, and then Speaker to put a token on the field, turning on the Warlock, because Lancia is not an Ice Barrier. They're going to normal Ovi, and then Ovi's going to grab themselves a Misk, then they'll go battle and punch over the Warlock. They're going to Lost World, and we're going to negate that so that we don't get saddled with a token, and then they'll Fossil Dig for a baby. They'll Misk, and then Misk effect to summon Archosaur, to which we will chain the on-summon effect. We will chain Lancia, summoning Georges. This turns off the baby's graveyard effect, and then reborns the Warlock, putting them back under the spell smell. We're going to summon this Trish 0, just for funsies, and our opponent's going to try to Anima and get very confused why my Warlock didn't get destroyed, or rather get equipped. And the answer is Freezing Chains. It's crazy. They're going to Vsauce away for a Chenging and pass turn. We're going to go ahead and make a Chenging of our own, and then wins back this Revealer, which is going to trigger both players' Chengings. They're going to banish Georges and Chenging, and we're going to banish Baby and Chenging. We're going to Talents to draw 2 cards, normal Revealer, and activate the effect. They don't Ash here, I don't really know why, but they are going to concede when they see that they have basically just lost the game. I don't think Dark Hole and Double Evolution Pill are really going to do much for them. For our next game, we'll be going second against Eldritch Dogmatica Trap Pile. They're going to Extravagance for 2, and then Set 4 and an end phase Wannabe for number 5. Cool deck. Nice Gravediggers. We are going to go ahead and Small World away this Sea Nettle to add Medium, special the Medium, and now they're locked into 1 spell per turn, then Medallion for Revealer, and Revealer pitching this Imperm for Mirror Magic Master. They're going to Karma Cannon, which will flip our entire field, and we will pass. They'll lose this Gravedigger, then special Huaquero, and then they're going to activate Nadir's Servant, pitching Intis to add Ecclesia. The Intis pops the Revealer, then they'll normal the Ecclesia, search for Fleur-de-Lis, punch, and forget that this has 1600 defense, and then punch over the Mirror Magic Master, which adds a Medallion. We're going to activate Medallion after switching us to attack to grab another Revealer, which doesn't have to discard because we have another Revealer. They're going to go ahead and send Malong to punishment this Revealer, and then bounce our Medium, which can't special summon itself because they control 3 cards. They're going to Judgment the Freezing Chains, but you can only activate 1 Freezing Chains per turn, so we'll Reborn Revealer. Revealer doesn't have to discard, as mentioned earlier, so we'll summon Mirror Magic Master, and we're going to do the same thing, but again, 3 more tokens. We're going to make a Coral Dragon, searching a copy of the Trap card, which I've honestly decided is pretty poopy. Then we're going to Coral Dragon, pitching this Revealer too, which forces out the Fleur-de-Lis. We're going to summon Georges, and then Georges is going to Reborn Revealer, and our opponent will quit out. Next up, we'll be going up against what appears to be Lunalight Tearlament. We're going to Medallion for a copy of Revealer. We have drawn Ghost Sister, which sucks. We'll pitch Mirror Magic Master for Mirror Magic Master, then activate Mirror Magic Master Search. Then they're going to Tier Cash, to which we will Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. We'll gain 23 and search Freezing Chains. Then they are going to mill 3, hitting a copy of Reinhardt, which will pitch this Heartbeat. Then they're going to activate Reinhardt to mill Tier Cash, which is going to mill 2 and hit a Merly. That's going to let them fuse into Kaleidoheart, which will give us 3,000. And they are going to spin our Mirror Magic Master. We're going to Freezing Chains the Mirror Magic Master in our graveyard, and then tribute away this Revealer for 3 Ice Barrier tokens. We'll go into Coral Dragon, and then Special Georges, specialing back the Revealer from our graveyard, and then we will pitch the Georges to pop Tier Cash. We'll go into Dragite, and then draw 1 card, and then go into Lancia and pass turn. Our opponent is going to start with Serenade Dance, which we will negate because I haven't read a single Lunalight card, and I don't want them summoning one. They will concede. Next up, we'll be going first against Silenforc. Just a miserable mouthfeel. Hate that. Super quant be damned. We're going to Medallion for Revealer, then normal Revealer, and pitch an Ash to special Mirror Magic Master. Mirror Magic Master is going to tribute away the Revealer, and I hope you never get bored of this line because you're going to be seeing it a lot. We're going to search Georges and then special summon Georges, allowing us to reborn the Revealer, and time for the same old end board as always. Dragite. Draw 1, activate Winds to grab a speaker, just get it into rotation. Set summon Lancia, set Imperm, and pass turn. They're going to Saphira. I'm going to Ash because I haven't read these fucking things. Then they're going to summon Skull Guardian. We will Lancia and then Imperm the Skull Guardian. We are going to summon Warlock of the Ice Barrier, then they're going to special Novox, which is going to trigger Lancia yet again, allowing us to summon Georges. Georges in a new chain is going to activate, and they're going to Silenforcing Authority. We'll Dragite to negate that, and then reborn Mirror Magic Master, and our opponent will concede. And now for our last game, we'll be going up against Melfi Runic Sprite. We're going first. We're going to normal summon. We're going to activate Medallion, rather. Skipping a step here. And normal Revealer, pitching Warlock, and summoning Mirror Magic Master. Mirror Magic Master summons 3 more tokens. And then we will go ahead and summon Coral Dragon, except that I've lied to you. We're getting nibbed here. This does still trigger the Mirror Magic Master, so we'll grab a copy of Freezing Chains, and then Freezing Chains back to the Warlock, and then Georges effect to summon itself, reborn the Revealer, and make Lancia. Lancia Warlock pass. Decent. Not great, but decent. They'll go battle phase and clear the Warlock, then activate Tip. We'll Ash that, and then they'll Flashing Fire, rather, to pop the Lancia and banish 2. That's going to trigger Lancia to float into Trish, banishing Nib, Tip, and a card out of the hand. They'll Destruction to summon a Hugin, and then normal Beaver, and Beaver effect to summon Angler. They'll make Gigantic Sprite and activate its effect to summon Blue. Blue grabs Jet, and then Jet grabs themselves another card here. It's going to be Smashers. They'll make Sprint, milling a copy of Angler, which will special summon Beaver 2 times. And then they'll go into IP, set Smashers, and pass. We're going to switch the Being token to attack and the go battle phase to force something out. They're going to SP Little Knight. We'll Small World away this Mirror Magic Master for a Revealer, because this is, tragically, a non-effect monster. We can attribute it for Mirror Magic Master. We'll activate Revealer, banishing the Revealer in grave, to which they will chain Little Knight. Then we'll special Georges from deck, which can reborn Mirror Magic Master. They'll bounce the Georges, so we can summon it back because we control an Ice Barrier, and then we'll tribute it for Mirror Magic Master. They are going to activate the Smashers to banish Mirror Magic Master, and in the end phase, our Revealer will return. They're going to Gigantic Sprite for Sprite Blue for Sprite Red, Special Sprite Red, and then go into Onibimaru Soul Sweeper in an attempt to clean up the Revealer, but it's unaffected because of Freezing Chains, and our opponent will concede. This deck's nuts. This deck's so crazy. Oh my god. It's so much fun. It's able to push through so much. It's able to actually play through interaction. It's able to have a 1-card combo. The support does everything for the deck. The support does everything. It genuinely does everything. It lets me shave all the bad cards. It lets me start playing through Interruption. It lets me actually have an end board. It gives me an advantage loop. This is everything. And while I didn't get to show it off in the combos, there is a 2-card combo that allows you to make an Archithis drawing 4 cards, which is just so insane. This deck is awesome. It is sick. It is so much fun, and I cannot wait for Terminal World rather, to be released in English so I can play with these cards immediately. Oh my god, have a great day. See you, gamers. Bye. Bye-bye.